Ooh! 4 years ago, I made my chat Iron Man Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure books. What does this mean, you ask? I forced them to create a character, class, and name, and then choose which path they take through a voting process. If they meet their sorry end on their chosen path, we discard the character and choose a new book to subject them to. At some point, a much bigger streamer raids me and I suddenly have 800 viewers, and chaos reigns as my dark influence spreads. Why did I call it a Nuzlocke in the title and Iron Man here? I'm conjuring the dark magic of the algorithm. Why did it take me 4 years to edit a video for this? Because I'm a fucking moron who thought you could grow a Twitch channel on Twitch alone. So hit the bell and subscribe! Mr. Beast!
So, let's first choose your character. Press 1 to be The Rice is Strange. Press 2 to be The Legend of Zelda, just the concept, not Link, just the concept. And press 3 to be Brave Warrior America. So I see 2 2s and a 3. And there's 4 people here. Great. Okay, heads for 2, tails for 3. It's tails. Okay, so we're Brave Warrior America then. Let's port our character into the game zone. Brave Warrior America. So, let us pick which adventure Sax, the Brave Warrior America, will go on. Escape from the Carnival of Horror. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's do Carnival of Horrors. Oh shit, that's terrifying. Beware, do not read this book from beginning to end. True, that's very true. Welcome to the Carnival of Horrors. This is no ordinary carnival. Here you'll find awesome rides, exciting games of chance, and the weirdest freak show ever. Do you dare to enter? Are you brave enough to risk the supersonic space coaster? Can you make it through the House of Horrors alive? This scary adventure is all about you! You decide what will happen, and you will decide how terrifying the scares will be. Start on page 1, then follow the... Yeah. Goosebumps, escape from the Carnival of Horrors. What do you want to do? I don't know, Patty. What do you want to do? Not fair, Brad. I asked you first. Patty and Brad, your 2 best friends, arguing, as usual. Patty likes being bossy. You don't mind, though. It's no big deal. It's the last week of August, and Patty and Brad haven't stopped fighting since your summer vacation started. It's hard to win a fight with her anyway. You don't know why Brad even tries. You guess it's because he doesn't want to look like a wimp in front of a girl. There's nothing to do. I guess I'll just go home, Brad says. He shoves his hands into his pockets. Then his shoulders slump, and he sort of shrivels up. Shriveled Brad. This is... okay. You guess Brad is kind of a wimp, even if he is your best friend. You're so boring, Brad, Patty complains. Whenever Patty complains, her freckles really pop out. Now there are about 1 million of them spread across her face. Hey, I know what we should do, Patty suddenly bursts out. Okay, thanks. Okay, we'll wait. Patty, in parentheses, very bossy. This is her. This is Patty, I guess. Let's bike over to Bennett's Field and watch them set up the carnival. I don't know, you answer. It's getting dark and Mom says I have to be in by 9. It's only a quick bike ride, Brad says. Are you some kind of a wimp? Brad calling you a wimp? You can't believe it. Okay, you agree. But if it's as bad as last year, there won't be much to see. Don't you remember the main attraction? You remind them. The ride called Terror Track turned out to be a baby choo-choo train that circled around and around and around. Doesn't matter what you say, Patty's made up her mind, and you're gonna ride over to the carnival. A hot, humid breeze blows in your face as you pedal along. Patty's in the lead, no surprise, and Brad's puffing behind you. It's dark by the time you reach Bennett's Field. You and your friends drop your bikes in the grass and race across the moonlit field towards a huge wooden fence that surrounds the carnival. As you reach the carnival entrance, you hear music coming from inside. Not the usual corny organ stuff they always play, but some really strange music. Sounds familiar and totally new at the same time. Brad stretches his neck to try to peer over the fence, but no luck. The fence is way too high. Patty jiggles the padlock on the gate. It's sealed shut. Padlock. Scary. Oh, I thought he had like a fork and knife and was about to eat the padlock. No images, thank you. No, I like that one better, actually. There we go. I guess we'll have to wait till tomorrow night when the carnival opens, Brad says. No way, Patty says. Let's climb the fence now. Are you crazy? Brad says. We'll get caught. Come on, there's probably no one in there. It's so annoying to read character voices when it tells you who's saying it afterwards. No way, Patty says. Fuck. No way, Patty says. Let's climb the fence, now. Are you crazy? Brad says. We'll get caught. Come on, there's probably no one in there, Patty replies. Your friends turn you to cast the deciding vote. You glance at your watch. It's almost 9 p.m. If you're going to get home in time, you should start back now. What are you going to do? If you decide to go home, press 1. If you climb the fence to get inside, press 2. Press your buttons now. What will Sax, the brave American warrior, do? You get a good ending if you do 1? I don't know. Okay, 1 it is. You decide to go home. You decide not to sneak into the carnival? You're going home instead? Well, it's a good thing. Patty usually makes all the decisions. Otherwise, you never have any fun. And this book would be over before it began. Go ahead, take a deep breath. Then go climb the fence. You're not scared, are you, chat? Are you scared, chat? Is that what's happening right now? Are you frightened? Because it's kind of pussing out a little bit, guys. Folks, you gotta be braver than that if we're gonna be goosebumping. Turn back to page 6. Let's do it, you say to your friends. Let's climb the fence. Yeah, let us go home and say the end, yes. Imagine if you bought this book for like $25 at a Scholastic book fair. You opened it up, you said, nah, I think I'm gonna go home. Put down the book and never read it again. Like, that's just the ending you got. You're just like, you know what? In this situation, I would go home. Let's do it, you say to your friends. Let's climb the fence. Patty is halfway up before you finish speaking. You let Brad go next. You're last. It's a hard climb up. There's really no place on the fence to get a good grip. But you make it to the top, swing your legs over and tumble down. You land on the grass. You're inside. You and your friends gaze around. It's pretty dark. The only light comes from torches. At first, the carnival looks the same as it always does. Dinky rides, hot dog wagons. That's our word. Hot dog wagon. Then the lights start to flicker on in every corner of the field. The rides start to move. It's as if the whole place is magically coming to life. Hey, look at that giant roller coaster, you exclaim, pointing up ahead. They've never had a roller coaster before. Yeah, Brad agrees. The whole place is a lot bigger than last year. This is awesome, Patty says, as she sprints towards the rides. You and Brad take off after Patty. You all stop in front of the roller coaster. Wow, Patty says as she gazes up at it. It's like a rocket out of space. Beyond the roller coaster, you spy a castle surrounded by a moat, and a spooky-looking haunted house is sitting high atop a hill. Those are the coolest rides I've ever seen, you say. They still have that dumb choo-choo train over there, you point out. We could ride this stuff all night and never go near it. Patty grabs your arm and tugs you over to the other side of the carnival, to the midway. Brad races after you. Hey, where are all those dinky wooden booths from last year? You ask as you gawk at the amazing games of chance. They're gone. In their place is a giant video game, and huge spinning wheels studded with hundreds of blinking colored lights. They got the RGB shit. Get a load of that, Brad suddenly cries out. You and Patty spin around. You can't believe what you see. You're staring at a sign that reads, World's Freakiest Freak Show. The three of you gape at the pictures. There's the three-headed man with the ugliest collections of faces you've ever seen. And the snake lady, a young blonde girl with a beautiful face and the body of a slithering snake. This is, you start to say, but you don't finish, because a large hand comes down on your shoulder, hard. It slaps your ass. You slowly turn away and gaze up at a huge man with shoulders wider than a refrigerator. Refrigerator man. There, come on now. Yeah, you were here, you got it. This man. What are you doing here? His deep voice booms. You're not allowed in here, he says, pointing directly at you. We're sorry, you say, hoping to appear sorry and not just scared. We wanted to look around. That's all, but we'll leave right now. His eyes stare into yours. He clamps both hands down your shoulders and says, You're not going anywhere. What do you mean? Brad asks, trembling all over. I just had an idea. A great idea, the man replies. I want you kids to stay and try out the rides before the grand opening tomorrow. Patty's eyes open wide. Cool, she says. Are you sure it's all right with the owner? You ask. I'm Big Al, the manager, and what I say around here goes. Big Al digs around in his checkered jacket and pulls out 3 maps. He hands one to each of you. Study them carefully, he says. If you have any questions, ask them now. Your eyes fall upon the map. You have a question. When you gaze up, Big Al is gone. He vanished. Whole carnival to ourselves. Patty exclaims. Where should we start? You stare down your map once again. You notice that the carnival is split in half. One side are the rides, tons of them. The other side is the midway, packed with games of chance and the freak show. What will you try first? To go on the rides, press 1. To check out the midway, press 2. Midways are cringe. True. Okay. Haunted roller coaster. In parentheses, terrifying. This one, yeah. The arrow really makes this one for me. Let's go on the rides first, you say. The roller coaster looked awesome. Okay, Patty agrees. Over this way, she yells as she charges over to it. When you reach the rides, you can only stare in amazement. They're the most fantastic rides you've ever seen. The towering roller coaster, the soaring speedboats, the twisty slides. Everyone is in motion, whizzing, whirling, doing loop-the-loops. Loop-the-loops? Loop-de-loops. And they're all empty. No riders, no people in line. Cool, Patty exclaims. We had the whole place to ourselves. Brad's face turns a little green as his gaze swings from the supersonic space coaster to the Doom slide. You think they have rides that don't go upside down, he asks. Come on, let's check out the coaster, Patty calls to you and Brad. Then they run off to its starting gate. You stop and crane your neck and gaze at the coaster's first hill, and you gasp. The tracks stretch up so high they seem to touch the clouds. Your gaze follows one of the cars speeding through around a sharp curve. What is it? It's called like the euthanasia coaster. We're going on this thing. You notice that a safety harness locks over your body. You've seen those before. They keep you in while the ride turns upside down. You don't want to admit it before, but like Brad, riding upside down is not your favorite thing. Still, the coaster does look amazing. One part enters a tunnel, and you can see the cars go fast. Really fast. You're about to walk through the space coaster's gate when you hear spooky organ music coming from behind you. You turn around. Looming in the distance is a dark and creepy haunted house. You gaze down at your map. It's called the House of Horrors. You love haunted houses, and this one looks really scary. Now you're not sure what to do. You don't have time for everything. The coaster or the haunted house? Decide now. If you decide to join Patty and Brad on the space coaster, get on board by pressing 1. If you want to go to the House of Horrors alone, press 2. Well, chat, do you want to be the dumbass in a horror movie that separates themselves from the group immediately and dies? Or do you want to go on the roller coaster? Keep in mind that we are brave warrior America sacks, right? 2. Okay, we're going to the House of Horrors alone. The House of Horrors. You have to see it. You just have to. I'll catch up with you guys later, you call to Patty and Brad. I'm going to check out the haunted house. You glance down at your map for directions. The rickety wooden bridge over to your left appears to lead straight there. As you start across the bridge, the wooden planks creak under your feet. Then the bridge begins to sway. You look down, way down. The bridge spans a deep, rocky gorge. Gulping, gulp. You grab the handrail. You move slowly. A strong wind blows up from the canyon below. The bridge is swaying wildly now, tossing from side to side. A massive spear of lightning splits the sky. Thunder rumbles so loudly you jump and lose your balance. Help! You scream as you tumble right over the side and plunge towards the jagged rocks below. How can you save yourself? Make a grab for the side of the bridge? Press 1. Flap your arms and try to fly. Press 2. Falling into chasm. 2. Does anyone want to press 1, 2? Any wonders in chat? Don't want to just immediately die? Oh, no, okay, yeah, we are brave. I don't think he can do that, but we'll see. Just fly, forehead, true. Well, we're not dead? You're falling. You can't think of anything else to do, so you start flapping your arms like a bird. At that moment, a huge gust of air shoots up from under you and blows you back onto the bridge. Breathing hard, you run the rest of the way across the rickety span. When you reach safely the other side, you glance back and gasp. The bridge at the midway beyond it have vanished. Only a black void remains. Wow, awesome special effects, you cry out loud. So we're just dumb as fuck. Okay. Was your fall part of the special effects too? Didn't feel like it. You spin around to the face, the House of Horrors. Okay. House, what does it look like? Let's see. What is Bing, Microsoft's amazing, perfect thing, want it to look like? I like... feeling... what does this one look like? There we go. Up close it appears really, really creepy. Cobwebs drip down from its roof and an eerie yellow light glows inside. Cool! Now, well, next to the house you spot a sign that reads Boat Trip to Nowhere. There are amazing speedboats you can drive yourself. Which should you try first? Want to try the Boat Trip to Nowhere? Press 1. Ready for the House of Horrors? Press 2. So do we go on the scary boat or do we go in the scary house? Brave warrior American Sax is never afraid. Everyone's saying 2. House of Horrors. You start up the brick path to the House of Horrors. Scary brick road. Oh, that's some... whatever. I don't care. It parsed it. That's pretty scary. That looks pretty freaky, actually. I'm a little scared. You start up the brick path to the House of Horrors. Suddenly, someone sneaks up behind you and taps on your shoulder. You spin around and jump back. Standing in front of you is a bony skeleton, and it talks. Don't go in there, the skeleton says, or you'll end up like me. Spooky, scary skeleton. Wow, you guys really want to make the haunted house totally creepy. This is gonna be great, you say. You're still chuckling as you push open the giant oak door of the House of Horrors. It swings back with a long, loud creak. You step inside and find yourself in a narrow hallway. The door slams shut behind you and the hall turns darker than a starless night. I can't even see my hands, you exclaim. You stumble ahead slowly, pressing your palms against the walls to guide you. When will this tunnel end? You turn a corner and instantly blinded by blaring lights. You are standing in a room of mirrors, walls, floor, ceiling, all mirrors. Everywhere you gaze, you are met with reflections of yourself. You take a few steps forward and bonk, you hit your head on solid glass. All of mirrors, scary bonk. This is a hall of mirrors, apparently. Okay, that's not, you're trying your best, Bing, but not quite. Also, I'd like to take a moment to, really point out just how gloriously ugly this whole setup I have is. Why don't we have a gun? Well, we're supposed to have a shield. and like maybe like a smaller version of ourselves, and like a British flag. Finally, your hands find an open doorway. It leads to a mirrored hallway that goes left and right. Which way will you go? If you decide to turn right, press 1. If you decide to turn left, press 2. We're still not dead. I'm honestly surprised. There's a fork in the road. 1. Okay, we're turning left. Or turning right. You stumble down the corridor to your right. As you peer from side to side, you are met with hundreds of images of you! And you look pretty baffled and scared. Hey, I could use some help, you call out. Silence. You pound your fist against the wall. The wall starts to move. Just an inch or two. An inch or two closer to you. You take a step back. The wall behind you is moving too. The walls are moving together. They're closing in on you. You're gonna be crushed! The walls are closing in faster now. You throw your arms and try to push them away, but it's hopeless. You're gonna be crushed like a bug. You suck in a deep breath. Here, let's do... walls closing in scary. Sure. The floor opens beneath your feet. You drop down, down, down. A long, agonizing scream escapes from your throat as you tumble through space. Will you ever hit bottom? Incoming player, a commanding voice shouts. Stations, everybody! A layer of webbing catches you like one of those nets trapeze artists use. Gasping, unable to understand what's happening, you bounce up and down. You snap your head around to the right, where you hear footsteps coming towards you. You are facing a short man with wrinkly skin and bloodshot eyes. His bushy black hair resembles a scouring pad, and from the looks of it, it probably feels like one too. His evil expression makes you cringe, but he's nothing compared to the things in back of him. You mean behind him? That's R.L. Stein? Are you okay? 2 7-foot-tall monsters. One has blue horns and bulging red eyes. The other has scaly skin and an alligator snout that snaps open and closed as he eyes you. The trio all wear lab coats, and from the eager way they're looking at you, you realize you are the lab rat. Science alligator. You struggle to escape from the net, but you're trapped in the webbing, like a fly in a spider's web. Welcome to my humble laboratory, the short man says. I am Dr. Frank N. Stone, the mastermind who created the Carnival of Horrors. A Carnival of Horrors? You don't like the sound of that. Dr. Stone extends a long, bony hand to pull you from the net. When you peer into his face, his eyes roll up into his head. Pleased to meet you, he rumbles. Did he say pleased to meet you or pleased to eat you? You're not sure, and you don't want to hang around to find out. I've got to get out of here, you think. As the doctor lowers his hand a bit more, you wiggle your right foot free of the netting. If you give him one hard kick to the stomach, maybe you can make a run for the door. But what about the monsters? Can you dodge them? You change your mind. Oh wait, play it cool. At least until one of the beasts leave the room, you say to yourself. Then you change your mind again. No, I better make my escape now. The doctor looms inches away, and you're still not sure what to do. You better decide fast. To try to kick the doctor and run, press 1. Wait until the monsters leave and the odds are better than 3 against 1, press 2. So press 1 to kick, press 2 to not kick. They couldn't even get Frankenstein for the book. I know, right? This is him, I guess. 1, 1, and a 2. Alright, we're doing 1. Big kick! The doctor leans over. He's so close now. His sour breath fills your nostrils. Then his fingertips brush your hand and pow! Your foot flies into his stomach. A direct hit. But nothing happens. He doesn't scream. He doesn't even moan. In fact, he doesn't seem to notice at all. He simply smiles at you. Now you're scared. Really scared. But you know you have to do whatever it takes to get out of there. You have to find your friends and escape from this carnival of horrors. You gather up every ounce of courage and strength you have, and kick him once more, harder, and this time something does happen. Big time. Your foot plows into the doctor's stomach again, but this time it smashes right through it and hits solid steel. The crunch of metal echoes into the room, along with the doctor's screams. Ah! He wails like a siren. You gaze into the gaping hole your sneaker made. Thousands of circuits and wires burn and crackle inside it. The doctor is a robot. Well, an ex-robot now. Your kick totally destroyed him. That's the good news. The bad news is headed for you. It's the monster with the blue horns and red bulging eyes. You scramble out of the net and dash towards the door, but the monster is too quick for you. I read that it's his tentacles. I read that as his testicles. His tentacle arms shoot out and snatch you. Giant suckers at the end of his wrists circle your throat. You gasp for air as the monster pins you against the wall. Can you free yourself from his oozing grasp? How are we not dead yet, by the way? This is going surprisingly long. The red-eyed beast leans against you now, pressing you hard against the wall. The monster moves his face close to yours. The jagged horns at the top of his head nick your cheeks. You can't bear it anymore. You bring your hand up with all your might and shove his head away from yours. As you watch in horror, the monster's head rolls off its neck. The head tumbles to the floor and lands at your feet. The eyes glance up at you, and you notice his hideous lips moving. "That hurt," the head says. "That really hurt." It never finishes. You've destroyed another robot. Almost out of here, you whisper to yourself. Now all you have to do is slip by the crusty alligator snout creature guarding the door. Evil bipedal alligator. This is him. Unkillable. Yeah. Damn, who put the octopus in the cage, though? You robots aren't so tough, you say to him with fake bravery. Excuse me, we are a brave warrior, actually. You know, it's really good that we picked the warrior class for this run, right? We're getting all the strength checks, and we're passing all of them very easily. Oh, really? The scary beast croaks. Well, maybe not, but what makes you think that I am a robot? Well, we'll find out in a minute. Robot? Question mark? No, not Amazon. I'm in images. Why are there ads in images, Microsoft Bing? Baby robot, sure. This is what we're fighting. The creature slides one step towards you with a burning stare, says, "I am not a robot. I'm not going to shut down, so don't bother with any of your silly human tricks." You stare at him. You study him hard. Is he lying? Is he a robot like the other two? Or could he be a lot more dangerous? Your knees begin to tremble when you think about never going home, never seeing your family and friends ever again. Tears start to sting your eyes. Angry tears. No carnival, not even a carnival of horrors, is gonna defeat you. Oh, fuck. We picked the perfect character for this. You stare deeply into the evil eyes of the creature hovering before you. Robot? Real monster? You finally decide. If you think the creature is a robot, try to knock his head off by pressing 1. If you think he's a real monster or something worse, stay cool on page 1 by pressing 2. Press 1 to kick. America kick. Press 2 to not kick. But maybe kick later? We haven't decided yet. I mean, it's been working so far, so I guess chat so far seems to think it's time to kick. Yes, it is absolutely time to kick. You're lying, you yell. You are a robot. You quickly reach up with both hands and tug at his head. His sharp jaws slash at you, but you're fast. You hold on firmly and pull. Oh no, he's really a monster, and he's not happy. You know you're dead meat, but you have to try one more time just to make sure. You give his head one more tug. He laughs, then gives your head a tug. Sorry, you were doing so well, but now you've gone and lost your head. The only way you'll be able to face the challenge of the Carnival of Horrors now is to close the book and begin another day. At least then you'll have a head start. Do-do-do! Deaths? 1. Brave Warrior America. Goodbye, Brave Warrior America. He is dead forever. And this book is over forever. Well, We got pretty far. Honestly, we were probably most of the way through there. I know the kicking was working really well, but eventually it's not gonna work forever, you know? See, I'm sad because they talked about how they had, like, video games and shit. I wanted to go game. You feel me? Do a little gaming? Alright, chat. Good run. See, it's like Smash Bros, where you, the more you use a move, it begins to start, staling. Hello, can you hear me? Press 1 if you can hear me. Oh, fuck! Literally the worst time. Okay, no, we're back. Okay. Holy shit. I have to pee, but I guess we're just not peeing. How do I mod someone?
Coney arrived.
Oh god, no, it's too late. It's too late. Hello, Coney viewers. My computer just crashed, so hold on. Hello, how are you doing? Okay, scary, video game music. But first, before we read a Goosebumps book, we need to choose our character. Crashed right after it happened? Yeah, it could have been much worse. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna be Dead Parents Hero. Okay, cool. The first name I see in chat, surrounded by $signs, will be the name of the character. No, like the first, whatever, it's me. This is me. Where is it? Dead Parents Hero. Where did I put that? There it is. Chat, don't judge me. No, it's not this one. Get that shit off my screen. Oh wait, no, it is this one. Hold on. No, it's not Butt Surprise. Go away, Butt Surprise. It's this one. Don't judge me for, like, the shitty website here. I found these off a website that just screenshotted people's tweets and stole it. So this is me, the Dead Parents Hero. He is the ninja class. This will come in handy later. He has high dexterity and stealth. Look, we're 412. We're so close to our follower goal of 674 million followers. We're so close. Diary of a Mad Mummy it is. Beware, do not read this book from beginning to end. You and your family are visiting an exhibit of ancient Egypt when you make a discovery of your own, a 4,000-year-old diary written by a mummy. Cool, you think, as you slip the book into your pocket. We're just stealing? He wants your body, and you've got to find a way to stop him. Oh, by the way, chat, I don't know if I've explained this, but if me, the ninja Dead Parents Hero, dies in the book is done. We throw it in the paper shredder. It's all gone. And we start a new book. Entirely new. We've died twice tonight already. What if we win? Then you guys are based and I mod everyone in chat. It's never going to happen.
Promised. Let's go! Exclamation mark.
Can you unlock the secret of the Mad Mummy's diary before he gets you under wraps? Anyway, let's start on page 1, shall we? Goosebumps, Diary of a Mad Mummy. Welcome to San Francisco, the tour guide says. Her voice echoes in the marble lobby of the office building. This is the famous Pyramid Building, the city's most famous skyscraper. Oh, do you hear those ambient noises? Ooh, scary. When do we get to see the mummy? Your 5-year-old sister whines at your side. You cringe and squeeze Susie's hand. You wish you didn't have to drag her around, but taking care of her is always your job on family vacations. Holy fuck, this music? Calm down, it's not that scary yet. Oh well, you think. Who cares? This is gonna be the best vacation ever. You and your family are staying in the hotel in downtown San Francisco. You have a full view of the whole city from your window, including the tall, spindly pyramid building with a few ancient artifacts in the lobby. Hold on, we need to get this open too. So this side over here, we are going to add a visual component by using Microsoft Bing to show what we are currently looking at. The whole city of the window, including a tall, spindly pyramid building just a few blocks away. And this month there's a display of ancient Egyptian artifacts in the lobby, including a real mummy. You can't wait to check it out. I want the mummy, Susie whines again. I want my mummy! I want my mummy! Your older brother, Derek, chants, imitating Susie's babyish voice. You laugh at Derek's joke. Then you whisper to Susie. We'll see it as soon as the tour group gets out of the way. You peer through the crowd at the mummy in its glass case. Hey, did the mummy just move? Your heart starts pounding. It can't be. But you just saw the mummy. Arm move. Didn't anyone else see it? You stare hard at the brightly lit display cases in the middle of the lobby. A tour group crowds around the glass, blocking your view. Mummy, in parentheses, scary. That's a very dynamic pause. My computer crashed from this. Yeah, I know, right? Under the pinkish halogen light, you can see an ancient bandaged mummy lying in a beautiful gold-painted wooden box. It's the first mummy you've ever seen. A king from more than 4,000 years ago. A dead person. Something about it gives you the creeps. I don't know, could it be the fact that he's lunging towards us from the sand? The tour group moves away and the lobby clears. Come on, Susie squeals, pulling you towards the mummy case. You gaze at the mummy's face and shudder. It is hideous. Part of the face is still wrapped up, but part of it isn't. You can see his dried, leathery skin stretched tightly over his shrunken, bony nose. You back away and your foot bumps into something on the floor. You glance down at what you kicked. Hey, look, you cry out softly, but no one is listening. The tour group scattered. Susie's let go of your hand. She's pressing her nose in the glass in front of the wooden mummy case. As usual, your 14-year-old brother, Derek, is acting as if he doesn't know any of you. He's talking to some kids by the door. Your parents examine another display case. This is spooky fucking music, by the way. As usual, your 14-year-old brother, Derek, is acting as if he doesn't know any of you. He's talking to some kids by the door. Your parents examine another display case. No one notices what you found on the floor. You pick it up. It's a small clump of folded pages tied together at the edges with dried grass. It looks like some kind of ancient book. You open it carefully. The pages seem as they might crumble in your hands. You peer at the squiggly markings on the page. To your surprise, you recognize words. They're in English. The handwriting is hard to read, but finally figure out what it says. This is the first day in my tomb. I am wrapped so tightly that I fear I may never breathe again. The bandages that preserve me are a prison. I am a king, yet they have brought me here, drained me of my blood, and bound me with bandages. Against my will. Stop, I beg them. Do not do this horrible thing. I am not dead. I am alive! You glance around again. No one notices you. You turn another page and read on. I am reading a book about someone reading a book. I am embalmed alive. Me, the pharaoh, the king, and why? For one reason only. Because upon my neck I bear a strange birthmark. A red stain in a strange shape that frightens my people. Birthmark. In parentheses, scary. Okay. I'm not sure what it means. Does it mean I am evil? Could I actually hurt people? Am I mad? Your hands tremble as you flip to another page and read on. Each night my spirit walks the earth. For centuries, each night my spirit writes this diary. But now, at last, my chance has come. Tonight my body will walk the earth. Tonight, here is the strangest of all pyramids. I will escape my prison. Can it be possible? Is the mummy going to escape tonight? How? And is this the strangest of all pyramids? The pyramid building? It would seem strange to some old pharaoh, you guess. You read over the same pages again, trying to make sense of them. Each night my spirit writes this diary, it says. No way, you think. He isn't writing with his hand, he's writing with his mind. The mummy thinks something, and it appears on the page. Awesome. You shoot a quick sideways glance to make sure the lobby guard isn't watching, and you tuck the diary under your shirt. Theft. In parentheses, criminal offense. This is us right now, except it's a book. You've got to read more of this. It's amazing. The mummy writes it with his mind. But then you just hear your mother calling your name. Yoo-hoo! Again, she calls you. Bring Susie in, come on, she says. You've got to get away so you can look at the diary. By the way, let's see what Susie looks like, by the way. Let's see. Apparently, this is our 5-year-old sister, Susie. You gotta get away so you can look at the diary. You don't want your parents to see it and take it away from you. Not after you just found it. You scan the lobby for some place to go. You spot an elevator. Maybe you can duck in there and zoom to the top of the pyramid. Finish reading the diary before someone finds you. Or maybe you just keep the diary hidden and wait. You don't want to get into trouble with Mom and Dad. Besides, your hotel isn't too far away. You could sneak back there tonight and see the mummy really escapes. Diary says, tonight, I will escape my prison. So what will it be? Okay, so, if you come back tonight, press 1. If you want to take the elevator now, press 2. Press 1 to come back later. Press 2 to take the elevator now. Okay, it's so close. It's literally 50-50. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. You decide to duck into the elevator. With the diary tucked under your shirt, you casually stroll over and push the up button. But the first elevator that arrives is going down. Oh well, that'll do. Quickly, you slide up the elevator. Luckily, no one else gets on with you. Your parents don't even notice you're gone. Great, you think as the car whooshes downward. Now you can read the diary in private. Ding! A bell rings as the door opens to the basement. Weird, you say as you step out of the elevator. This is the basement? To your amazement, the place looks as if you were built thousands of years ago. The wall is made of huge blocks and rough tan stone. The only light shines from a fixture in the elevator doors. In the dim glow, you can see that the elevators are the only modern-looking part of the basement. Cautiously, you walk down a strange, dark hallway. Your sneakers scrape against the stones. It's really too dark to read the diary, but you can't help wanting to explore. The diary can wait, you decide. What is this place? Ancient basement. This is where we are. You would walk down the hallway amongously. I don't think that's an option. Well, it might be, actually. What is this place, you wonder? Sure doesn't look like a basement of a modern skyscraper. Why don't you see any big basement equipment, like boilers and furnaces and things? Where's the janitor, anyway? Sound of your footsteps bounce off the stone walls. The echo makes the back of your neck tingle. The hallway narrows. You duck in some places to avoid banging into the ceiling. The path twists and turns, sometimes sloping up, sometimes down. There's barely enough light for you to see. You worry that you won't find your way back. Maybe this is a mistake, but you keep going amongously. Except for the eerie silence and the darkness, this place is cool. You're too curious to turn back now. You come to a small tunnel, leading off to the right. It seems to slope up. A set of stone steps leads down on the left. Which way? If you take the tunnel, press 1. If you take the steps, press 2. Oh, we got tunnelers. We're going down the tunnel amongously. I ain't going down no steps. True. I told you about stairs, bro. I told you about them. Okay, the ones have it. In 10 seconds. There we go. Okay. I'm not paying for that shit. Fuck off. You decide to explore the tunnel. You step in and start to climb up this gentle slope. Almost immediately, you feel a draft. Maybe the tunnel leads directly outside, you think. The tunnel twists sharply and starts sloping downwards. You keep walking even though the light is getting dimmer. You've come this far. May as well discover where it leads. Okay, dumbass. A few more steps downward and... Ouch! Oh, that's the wrong sound effect. Your shoulders scrape against the wall. That's the right one. The tunnel's getting even narrower, you notice. In fact, soon enough the tunnel is so narrow you'll have to turn sideways to fit through. This is just a Darwin Award shit, really. Yeah, it's getting kind of chilly in here. What's that funny smell? Smells like Prime subs. Like, oh, sorry, it's burning rubber or something. Makes your nose tingle and your throat feel tight. Suddenly, exploring doesn't seem like such a good idea. In fact, you're beginning to think it's all a big mistake. But you hate to chicken out of an adventure. How dangerous can the basement of an office building be? Okay. If you keep going, press 1. If you turn back, scurry to the stone steps, press 2. Are we going on through the tiny tunnel? Or are we scampering to the scary scaling stairs? Ain't no pussies? Okay, everyone says fuck stairs. We don't do stairs here. We ain't no bitch. Hey, good for you. You've got a great spirit of adventure. There's only one pitfall with that kind of attitude. You never know we're going to stumble into something bad. Did we say pitfall? Did we say stumble? You take 2 more steps and from your foot suddenly gets caught in a small crack in the floor. You stumble forward and fall. Ah! You scream as you find yourself falling into a pit 100 feet deep. You finally land on the bottom. At least you land on something soft. Then you start to sink. Thick, warm ooze covers your body, sucking you under. The ooze grows warmer and warmer. Now it's burning hot, scorching your skin. You realize the ooze is tar, burning hot tar. You learned about tar pits in school. That's where archaeologists found the remains of cavemen and dinosaurs. The hot tar coats the body and preserves the bones. Congratulations, you're saved for the next 1,000 years at least.
Drake. Good ending. We won, yippee, Drake. Drake. We won.
Me, the ninja, dead parents hero, is now a dead person hero. We are dead.
Drake, yay, Drake.
No,
not dead.
That's
We're
not.
immortal.
That counts
we
as a
won.
death. Come on, they're just being cute with it. I'm not modding everyone. That was not okay. You can think it's a W, but it's not. Dead parents hero is now dead. Let's replace him with Juice Demon. That's the new available character. Make your selection. Now, will you be the Rice is Strange, the White Mage, Juice Demon, the Black Mage, Adept in Fiery Magics, or Samurai Children's Costume, equipped with heavy armor and a damaging sword? So, let's finish the poll. We are the White Mage, the Rice is Strange. Okay, the first name I see surrounded by the number 8 will be the name of this character. Bong Water will be his name, or her name, I guess. The Curse of the Creeping Coffin. R.L. Stein, give yourself goosebumps. The Curse of the Creeping Coffin. Coffin, in parentheses, creeping. This coffin is creeping, watch out. So let's see if you guys can last it a little bit longer this time. The Curse of the Creeping Coffin. I'm bored, you moan. I'm so bored I could eat flies, just to see how they taste. Flies have germs, your grandmother replies. It is a hot, sticky day in the middle of July. You plop down to a creaky old chair in your grandmother's kitchen. Grandma's hot chair. Please don't be porn. In the middle of July. Your parents dropped you off yesterday before they left to their vacation, and already you could die of boredom. Your grandmother's old dog, Sparkle, yawns loudly. He crawls under the table. Moments later, he begins to snore. I know just how you feel, Sparkle, you say. You sigh loudly. Why don't you go outside and find something to do, your grandmother suggests. She looks up from the pie she's baking and nods towards the backyard. Go out there, you think. Into her backyard? No way. You glance out the window. It's probably 90 degrees out in the shade, you shiver. Well, but you shiver. Your grandmother's home is right in front of an old cemetery, rows and rows of old crumbling tombstones, just beyond the edge of her backyard. That's not what scares you. What scares you is that the tombstones have been moving. Tombstone GIF. Okay? You noticed it right after you arrived yesterday. You saw the tombstones from your bedroom window on the second floor. You could tell some of the graves had cool carvings on them, so you decided to go outside and take a closer look. When you entered the graveyard, something was different. Strange. Some of the graves were out of place. It can't be, you told yourself. Graves don't disappear. But still, from your bedroom window, you could have sworn there were 6 or 7 graves in the back row. Now there were only 3. Nah, you must have counted wrong. You decided to forget it and went to bed. But when you woke up this morning and glanced out the window, the coffins had moved again. Now there were 10 in the back row, and middle rows seemed more crowded. It's almost looked as if one of the graves were moving forward, and one of the graves were moving backwards. There's a big traffic jam in the center. The coffins were rearranging themselves. But how? And why? Grandma's house, scary dump. Your grandmother taps you on the shoulder. She snaps you out of the daydream. Go on, she says. Go play outside. Outside? Out there? You shudder as you glance out the kitchen window again. Oh no, you cry. It's disappeared. What's disappeared? Your grandmother asks. The grave with the angel on it, you screech, pointing out the window. It's gone! One headstone in particular caught your eye. Yesterday it had an angel carving on it. The angel looked so realistic you practically believed she could fly away. Did she? Your grandmother peers at the kitchen window. Don't be a goose, she scolds you. That tombstone is still there. You don't answer her. You can't. Your heart is pounding crazily and your mouth has gone dry. You bolt out the back door. You gotta see for yourself. But in the graveyard, you discover that your grandmother is right. The tombstone with the angel isn't gone. It just moved. It has been in the last row, now it's up front. I'm losing my mind, you think. Losing it completely. Or are you? You run back into the house shouting, Grandma, you yell. The grave with the angel on it. Your grandma interrupts you. You don't have to shout, dear. The angel? She looks up from her pie crust. That nice one, let me see. Who is buried there? Oh yes, that's Elmira Martin's grave. What a fucking weird-ass grandma. Scary... grave... Actually, hold on. Angel coffin. Okay. Get in, chat. This is where you're sleeping tonight.
I'm in here.
Need a visual on that crust? Okay, yeah, okay. Scary pie crust. God, Bing really is the... Yeah, there we go. She's making this crust. The name is Elvira Martin. The voice on the far side of the room makes you jump. The name is Elvira Martin, the voice says sharply. Not Elmira. You never could get my name right. Your mouth drops open. Family Guy Peter mouth drop. A very strange woman, because she isn't a living, breathing woman. She's a ghost. Grandma, begin. By the way your grandma is humming to herself, you can tell she doesn't hear or see the scary visitor. And don't you stare at me, you little wretch, the ghost says, pointing at you, or you'll be sorry. What are you gonna do? Suddenly, you're living in a haunted house. All right, what will bong water do? To run outside, press 1. To talk to the ghost, press 2. We do not negotiate with ghosts in this house. That's a funny comment. Mod catch up. You're a mod now, because you made me giggle a little bit. Oh, that Hondo guy. Why so many mods now? You're a mod now. I don't even know who Ketchup is. Okay, so... yeah, we do not negotiate with ghosts. Get the fuck out of here. What? Oh, sorry. Did I go to the wrong one? Oh, I think that was talk to the ghost. I'm an idiot. I hit the second one. That's all that matters. Why are you here, you ask the ghost. But your grandma thinks you were talking to her. You know why I'm here. Your grandmother answers, I live here. Don't be such a goose. For some reason, your grandmother can't see Elvira. I've always wanted to have a special skill, but ghost spotting wasn't what you had in mind. You try to think of a way to ask Elvira a question without having your grandmother think you're going completely crazy, but you can't. So you keep staring at the ghost. She glares at you for a moment, then motions for you to follow her. Elvira ghost. I mean, we already know what this is gonna look like. Yeah, that's... She glares at you a moment for motions for you to follow her. You watch her as she floats into the hall and up the stairs towards your room. Follow a ghost, you think? Are you nuts? Just the idea gives you chills. If you follow the ghost, press 1. If you race out of the house fast and go home, press 2. She is taking us to your room, chat. Is Bongwater about to get some gussy, some ghost pussy? Think about it. Easy 1. Please never say Gussie again. Sure. Okay, so everyone says follow the ghost. Okay. Ain't no afraid no booba, that is true. You follow Elvira into your room on the 2nd floor. The moment you step into the bedroom, she slams the door. Then she whirls around to face you. Her eyes turn green and begin to glow. Glowing green eyes woman ghost. Okay? She looks like this now. You back up, stumbling, and fall onto the bed. Oh. You little wretch, she says. I don't want any trouble from you. Sparks seem to fly out from her flashing green eyes. You shrink back into the pillows. Then Elvira gazes around the room. Yes, yes, she says. This will do nicely. What do you mean, you stammer? Elvira floats towards the bed. She hovers over you. I'm taking over this room. Now, she tells you. Get out! We'd love to leave, but you're shaking too hard to get up. Besides, you have to find out what's going on. Elvira is the only one who can explain it to you. Please, you beg. Just tell me why you are here. Why are the graves moving? Shut up, she screeches. And get off that bed. I want to lie down. I haven't slept in the bed in 51 years. Uh-oh, you realize. You aren't just dealing with a ghost here. You're dealing with a ghost in a very bad mood. Ghost in very bad mood. Sure. Only mods in chat. We're getting there. Does anyone else want to be a mod? Any mods in chat? Super effective says /mod super. Alright, you're a mod now. Congrats. Someone's first message was never. Well, too bad. Mod president. There you go. You're a mod now. Get fucking owned. When everyone is a mod, no one is a mod. You better do what she says on page 72. You jump up from the bed. Elvira lies down, neatly spreading her white satin dress on the covers. Her long red hair fans out across the pillows. Ah, she sighs. A real bed. She shuts her eyes. You hope she doesn't sleep too long. You have so many questions to ask, and you hope she'll be in a better mood when she wakes up. I'm just like, it's harder to read because I'm constantly looking at chat to make sure that no one like, I don't know, really fucks up the stream. Just like bans literally everyone. She dozes for exactly 2 minutes, then her eyes pop open. You notice they aren't glowing green anymore. Normal eyes, in parentheses, ghost eyes. Let's see what they look like. I like this one better. Can mods ban mods? I wish. Ah, Elvira says. That's better. Now that she's awake, you're not sure how to begin. You're almost too freaked out to speak, but you have to know. What are the graves moving? You say, what's going on? It's a curse of the creeping coffins. Oh, she said it! Everyone point at chat. She said it! Oh, fuck! Family Guy bit? Not quite. Almost. It's the curse of the creeping coffins, the ghostly woman answers. Are moving into this house. All of us. All of us? Gulp. What does that mean? What do you mean all of you, you manage to stammer. You ask too many questions. Uh-oh, Elvira's eyes flash green again. You ask too many questions. Don't get in our way and maybe we'll let you live. She soars up over your head and glares down at you. Don't you go talking to that ghost hunter MacFarlane either, Elvira adds. What a fucking dumbass. Just told us exactly where to go. Really like the pick a path Goosebumps as a kid. I always liked these because, I just had a really funny memory. When I was a kid, we had to do book reports, right? And I really didn't feel like doing it. So what I did is I read one of these, I took out one of these choose your own adventure books from the library and wrote the entire thing in like one sitting. Yeah, just read through the quickest ending for school, basically, yes. So I read this book where you go in a tunnel and you go in the tunnel and you think I'm gonna go on the stairs and then you don't go on the stairs and you die. MacFarlane, a ghost hunter? You are startled by loud clumping footsteps above you. You glance up at the ceiling. The light fixture is shaking. It sounds as if the whole crowd is wearing clunky boots and stomping around in the attic. Who could it be? If you want to find out about MacFarlane, press 1. If you want to find out who's in the attic, press 2. I mean, she literally just told us where to go, so I mean, come on. Are you really gonna go into the death attic? Would you do bong water that badly? I mean, the rice is strange, but it's not that strange. They might have an old NES up there or something. Bong water would never fall for such a trick. That is true. Bong water is the white mage, learned and high wisdom character. High wisdom characters have higher chances of knowing things will be dangerous before they happen. The stats matter, guys. High whiz, low strength, though. Watch out for that. Low constitution as well. Not much HP. Good night, Moose Moose. The first time chat from viewer is, I'm going to bed now. I'm basically reading all of you guys a bedtime story. Mod this man? Good point, Moose. All right, sleepy time, but also mod time. Tuck them in. I'm trying. We'll okay, well, I guess we're watching this video, but do I have any good funny things to show up? I mean, that's true. Cringe. Yeah, there's this one. I'm hacking the system to tuck you into bed. You're going straight to bed, mister. Yeah, you're on the clock now. You've been conscripted in my mod army. A ghost hunter. That is exactly what you need. I mean, she said that she didn't want to see them. Which one is him? Which one is McFarling? Is it this guy? This guy looks like... Nice shirt, dude. For a second there, he looked like Ray William Johnson for some reason. This guy's got a nice little beard. Let's give him a little scratch. You dash out of your room and downstairs as fast as you can. You gasp, almost out of breath. Grandma, do you know someone named McFarling? Oh, don't go talking to me about McFarling, she says. He told me my house would be haunted soon. Something about a curse, too. Can you imagine that? I don't want you going anywhere near that man. Now, let's face it, Granny's not going to be much help. So you race to the computer. On a hunch, you search for Ghost Exterminator. Ghost Exterminator. This is him, Keith. I am absolutely plugged in. The amount of immersion I am currently feeling is insane. Yo, it's fucking... He's literally soy pogging right now. Yeah, simply go to Saxmafumpet, twitch.tv/Saxmafumpet/subscribe to get all the ghosts out of your house. Bingo, there he is. Mac McFarling, or Keith, you know, Mac is short for Keith. Ghost Hunter, there may be hope after all. As long as you can get out of this house before Elvira finds out what you're doing. Shh, tiptoe out the door. Luckily, everything in your grandma's small town is within biking distance. 20 minutes later, you biked up to Mac McFarling's office, which happens to be located in his garage. Garage office. In parentheses, pathetic. Close parentheses. That's not pathetic. That looks pretty nice, honestly. You knock on the side of the door of the garage. Come in, a voice calls. You yank open the door. Wow, you think when you see him. Mac McFarling has frizzy, kinky, blonde hair sticking out all over his head. He's wearing 6 earrings, a nose ring, and a pair of heavy black framed glasses with blue lenses in them. He's about 20 years old, so that's why your grandma didn't like him. He's cool. What's up, Mac McFarlane? Punk Seth McFarlane. I don't know how to spell McFarlane. Sure. You explain about Elvira, and then she told you the ghosts are going to take over your grandmother's house. I've been expecting this, McFarlane says, shaking his head. I tried to warn your grandmother. Can you help us, you plead? His eyes are hidden behind his blue lenses. You can't tell what he's thinking. Will McFarlane help you? Suddenly, McFarlane swings into gear. He picks up a strange electronic box and heads to the door. Come on, he says. We've got to hurry. Let's go. Finally, someone who can help you. Whoa! Hello? Ah! I just got screamered.
Okay, welcome to Silent Hill 3.
Vinny?
One of the most requested, but not annoyingly requested games. And I really like Silent Hill.
Literally, no. Fuck, this is my stream, shithead. Fuck you. We got Vine Sauce jump scared. A new challenger approaches. Yeah, it's some guy with like 6,000 viewers. Oh yeah, that is true. Mod Vine Sauce. He is a mod now. I didn't think, you know what? I didn't think that this Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure book would have jump scares in it, but like, what can you do? McFarling jumps into his own car. An old VW Bug. Sure, I don't think that's what they meant, Bing. Oh, look how close we are to our sub goal up there, our follower goal. We're 445 out of 7,674,000,000. So close. With your help, we can make it there. We can make it to our goal. When I reach that follower goal, I will have a sub button. And you will all get free subs. For being the day ones. Even though I've been streaming for like years, but you know, On and off. Have the gravestones been moving around? He asks. Yes, you exclaim. So you're not crazy. Why are they doing that? I'm not sure, he says. I've only seen it once before, but I think they're moving into position to spell some kind of message or curse. Graves can spell? That doesn't sound possible, but you're ready to believe anything now. How can we stop them, you ask Mac. It won't be easy, he tells you. You're afraid of that. First, McFarlane explains, you'll have to fight the Keeper of the Sword. That's one of the ghosts. You need to get the special sword and use it to stop the MPG. MPreg? What's the MPG, you ask? The most powerful ghost, McFarlane says. It's a term for the spirit who has control over a graveyard. Once you have the sword, Mac continues, you must plunge it into the grave of the MPG. But you gotta hurry, because when all the graves have moved in position to spell the message, it'll be too late. The curse will be complete, and after that, you'll never be able to get the ghosts back into their graves. Your head is spinning from what Mac just told you, but you nod as if you understand. You've arrived at your grandmother's house. McFarlane stops his car and hops out. You get your bike and park it. McFarlane faces your grandmother's house and switches on the funky electronic box he's carrying. Red dials light up. Funky electronic box. Sure. Uh-oh, McFarlane says. Major trouble. Give me $1. Chat, do you give him $1? He's literally begging. He's e-begging right now. If you give McFarlane $1, press 1. If you refuse to give him money, press 2. Does Bongwater have $1 is the question. Good question, actually. Hold on, let me take a peek. I'm searching through their inventory. Okay. Alright. I'm searching through the inventory, and oh, we happen to have a crisp $1 bill in our inventory. So we can give him one, but the question is, do we want to give him one? No, it's a 1, shut up. They all look the same to me, I'm Canadian. I don't know what your American dollars look like. It counts for inflation, yes, that's why. Thanks, Grandma. Can you break a 20, McFarlane? Well, I guess we're not giving him our $1. Sorry, buddy. Our money. Maybe your grandmother's right. Maybe this guy can't be trusted. Maybe he's a scam artist. What do you want $1 for, you ask him? Before he can answer, the really funky electronic box beeps one more time, real loud. And all of a sudden, a lid on top flips open, and a small plastic hand pops out. Cool, you think? You've seen these things before. It's a gag bank. Your uncle had one. His used dimes. It was a small black plastic box with a slot on top, just like McFarlane's gadget. When you put a dime in the slot, a lid would fly open and a plastic hand would pop out. The hand would grab the dime and put it in the box. Crack you up. Why is McFarlane playing around with the trick bank? You're supposed to be hunting ghosts. Give me $1! Max screams frantically. Before you can answer him, the plastic hand reaches farther out of the box and grabs you by the throat. The next instant, it pulls you into the box. You don't think your uncle's bank worked like this? Too bad, you didn't have $1 when you need it. Now we will be together with our $1 forever, chat. Goodbye, long water. Uh-oh, wait, hold on, what's happening? Oh no, what is happening? My $20. Rest in peace. Can we get a nice? Can we get some salutes in chat for the $1 lost?
077.
Rest in piss dollars and rest in piss bong water.